Forget rebuilding. The Washington Commanders are being talked about as the next Super Bowl champions. Jayden Daniels is forcing the MVP conversation, but the NFL's toughest schedule could turn this dream into a devastating collapse.
This is what I'm coming at you with right there. What am I showing you? The Washington Commanders. We got to give love and respect where it's due. Jayden Daniels is balling. He's an MVP candidate, not top 4 or whatever, but he's right there. Okay, the bottom line is the way that he's been playing, the way that they've been playing, the way Dan Quinn is coaching, the way Cliff Kingsbury is coaching his quarterback. We got to give love where love is due. We can't deny what we're seeing from the Washington Commanders.
As we come through a time in 2026, as we get closer to football season, as the leaves start to fall off the trees, the weather starts to cool down a little bit, and we know it's time for football season. We know by February, somebody will be crowned the new Super Bowl winner in 2027, and now I'm about to give you the reasons why that's going to be the Washington Commanders. All right, check this. What?
Did you watch a lot of wrestling coming up?
Yeah. You got to.
Dude, the way you cut a promo is so good. Like,
let me tell you, Mean Gene.
Yeah. I'm like, let's go. Yeah. What are the five? Like, I was thinking about that today. Like, you just have that natural,
I was sitting up there like, boy, is this WWE on Saturday when I was eating my bowl of cereal?
I'm going to tell you why with number 5. All right? I'm going to tell you, this is the most forgotten thing in sports, and that's special teams. All right? We legitimately have one of the best punters in football, and he happened to be a left footer, which is always harder. Tanner, is that harder for punt returners to catch? All right. He leads a side of the ball that has been dominant, hasn't fell off in the last 5 years. The special team is primed. They are ready. And if you look at the kickoff team, they take no prisoners. The punt team, they take no prisoners. You look at the kickoff return team, almost sent McCaffrey to the Pro Bowl. You look at the punt team, we almost sent the punt returner to the Pro Bowl. So you're looking at a Super Bowl winning special teams.
What we got?
I think for me, man, you know, the question is, give us a reason why the Commanders can win the NFC East.
Yeah.
And I think what jumped off the screen to me, number 1, is.
So this is your first one?
This is number 1, but it's not considered number 1.
Yes.
Just 5. I say at 5.
It's 5.
At 5, I would say I can guess you can call this, we was intentional about changing what we saw on the field last year. We made a huge move in going to get explosive young players.
Defensively, especially
defensively.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's 5 for me.
Yeah.
One of the things that you heard him talk about so much last year is about the age of our guys.
We was an old team.
And to me, I'm one of those guys. We all come from this. We come from an era where I remember coming into this league and having some of the older guys out there kind of leading the way.
Yeah.
As long as you win the football games, that's what matters.
Yeah.
But I think when you look at some of these teams now and how they're formed, especially on the offensive side, you can't go out there with a senior citizen
with granddaddy. You can't do it. You can't do it.
So to me, that's 5 for me.
Yeah.
I think
youth
just going out there and getting that youth, and it's not just any youth. We didn't go out there and say we're gonna pick young guys up. We got young, explosive, talented football players to go out there and lead.
So you talking the Sonny Styles of the world.
Fast guys. I think defensively, we were sitting there and watching. I know I was. We watched Minnesota and say, boy, you see this? You see what they just did to us? Goose egg.
Yeah.
Going out there and getting a defensive coordinator that come from a system where you got to attack these offenses these days. I mean, the run game, especially the quarterbacks. To me, I think the game that's what moves the needle right now. It's been moving it for a long time, but more so now because you can't really say you have too many pocket passes no more.
Yeah.
These guys don't sit in the
Everybody
pocket.
can move.
Everybody can move a little bit, get outside the pocket. So if you don't got a defense that get out to the quarterback that can keep them honest, boy, you in for a long one. So I think defensively we went out there and we made an emphasis of not only adding youth, we went out there and said we're gonna get guys that can go out there and get after the ball.
Yeah.
We got guys, we got help in the secondary.
Yeah.
And not only that, we went out there and got their linebacker core.
Give me 5 reasons why JD5 will win MVP.
This is your segment.
This is mine. Yes, and I didn't know we were going to do this, so bear with me.
All right.
All right, here we go. So to me, it's innovative football. That's my 5th one, okay? And what I mean by that is like some of the stuff Tana said about defense, I think 100% applies. Offensively, I look at David Blau, how we use formations, how we use personnel, how we find easier solutions for him. So defense is good. We're going to have better field position. More turnovers, the whole thing. We're going to get more bites at the apple. Jayden Daniels, offensively, easier looks. I don't have to put the cape on all the time.
Simplified looks.
Right. And I think about if we can get that environment for him, like he's poised for something big.
And I think with his ability alone, I feel like for the last 2 years, and he's only been here for 2 years, but this is 3rd year, we always was sitting there waiting for him to make a play.
Hero ball.
This year, I want to see him. I want to see them find a way to say, look, we're not putting this on your shoulders or your legs. But it's going to be a time when you have to make a play. Then do it. Do it effortlessly instead of coming into that play saying.
And then number 1, most important thing on why he's going to be the MVP is dude's just a baller. Like when he plays, like he's good at football.
He's good at football.
Like he's really good at football. I know we had that top 10 list come out where it's like, oh, Caleb Williams.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
But he got a chip too.
Not
only is he talented, but he got a chip on his shoulder. And I love football players with chips on their shoulder.
I think one thing that stands out more so in Jaden's game that a lot of people don't give him enough credit for is how well he can pass the ball in the pocket. And that's something that I guess, they forgot about last year and rightfully so because of the injuries, because of him not being out there as much. But man, when it's dialed up the right way, when it's protected the right way, and he need to find an open guy, he finds that open guy.
The Washington Commanders are no longer being treated like a rebuilding team. They are being talked about like a championship threat. A team that could shock the NFL. A team that could raise the Lombardi Trophy. And at the center of this unbelievable rise is one name. One name. Jayden Daniels. The second-year quarterback has completely changed the energy around Washington. The way he plays, the way he leads, and the way he handles pressure has forced his name into the MVP conversation. Maybe he isn't the favorite. Maybe he isn't in everyone's top 3. But nobody can deny what we're watching. Jayden Daniels is becoming one of the most dangerous young quarterbacks in football. And behind him is a franchise that finally believes it has found the formula. Dan Quinn has changed the culture. The coaching staff is building around Daniels' strengths. The entire organization is moving with confidence. But here is where things become interesting. Because every championship dream comes with a warning. The Commanders are facing one of the toughest schedules in the NFL. The pressure is higher. The expectations are bigger. And if things go wrong, this same Super Bowl hype could turn into one of the biggest disappointments of the season. So the question is simple. Are the Washington Commanders truly ready to become champions? Or are they being pushed into a spotlight they are not ready to handle? And the reason people believe Washington can actually win it all starts with a major change nobody can ignore. Their defense. One of the biggest problems Washington faced was clear. They were too old, too slow. And in today's NFL, that is dangerous. Quarterbacks are faster. Offenses are more creative. Every defensive mistake can become a 40-yard explosion. So Washington attacked the problem. They didn't just add young players. They added explosive athletes. Players who can chase quarterbacks. Players who can cover space. Players who can create chaos. The Commanders focused on speed and aggression. They brought in defenders who fit the modern NFL. Because today, you cannot survive with a defense that only reacts. You need a defense that attacks. And that is exactly the identity Washington is trying to create. A defense capable of creating turnovers. A defense capable of changing games. A defense that gives Jayden Daniels more opportunities. Because championship teams are not built by asking one player to save everything. They are built by creating balance. But even the best defense in football needs one thing: a quarterback who can deliver when everything is on the line. And that's where Jayden Daniels enters the MVP conversation. The biggest mistake people make when talking about Jayden Daniels is focusing only on his running ability. Yes, he is dangerous outside the pocket. Yes, he can create impossible plays. But the real difference is his growth as a passer. When the offensive line protects him, when the system gives him clear reads, Daniels can destroy defenses from the pocket. That is why the offensive changes around him matter. The goal is simple. Make the game easier for him. More creative formations. Better play designs. More opportunities for explosive plays. Instead of forcing Daniels to play superhero football every week, Washington wants him to control games. And that is when MVP-level quarterbacks are created. The talent is obvious. The confidence is obvious. And the biggest weapon he has might be the chip on his shoulder. Because despite all the success, there are still people questioning whether Jayden Daniels belongs among the NFL's elite. And that doubt could become fuel. But Washington's championship hopes are not only about stars. Sometimes titles are won in the areas nobody talks about. Championship teams win the details. And Washington believes special teams can become a major advantage. The Commanders have one of the most reliable punting situations in football, including the rare advantage of a left-footed punter. That matters. The ball comes off differently. The rotation changes. Returners have less experience dealing with it. And Washington uses that advantage aggressively. Their coverage units attack. Their return teams create pressure. They understand something many teams forget. Field position wins football games. One extra yard. One forced mistake. One big return. That can completely change a playoff game. And when January football arrives, those hidden advantages become the difference between going home and playing for a championship. So now the question remains, are the Commanders building the next NFL dynasty? Or are they carrying expectations too heavy for any young team to survive? Nobody can deny what Washington has become. Jayden Daniels is special. The defense is improving. The coaching is creating belief. The culture has completely changed. But the NFL does not reward excitement. It rewards consistency. A brutal schedule can expose weaknesses. Injuries can change everything. Pressure can break even talented teams. The Commanders are standing at the biggest moment in franchise history. They have the quarterback. They have the confidence. They have the opportunity. Now they must prove they have the toughness. Because this season, you'll answer one massive question. Are the Washington Commanders the NFL's next Super Bowl champion? Or the biggest hype story that collapsed under pressure? The countdown has started. And football fans are watching. The dream is alive. But the NFL has a brutal way of turning dreams into reality. Or nightmares.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.